Okie dokie. Go-kart madness! Here's an example problem from the homework. How exciting is that? Alright, so let's take a peek here. Add a new slide. Alright, so I believe this is number 7. Okay, number 7. So, number 7 says, you are driving a go-kart at 15 meters per second. So we have velocity is equal to 15 meters per second. Okay, the cart with unit has a mass of 150 kilograms. Mass equals 150 kilograms. The brakes apply a force of 75 newtons in reverse. Okay, so the force is equal to 75 newtons. Alright, and I'm going to write that, by the way, equals 75 kilograms times meters per second squared. Remember, for canceling units, the newtons doesn't work so well, so I'm going to kind of rewrite that, okay? And it's asking for time. What is the time, all right, where the cart, how long will it take the cart to stop? All right, sounds good. Well, there are a couple of equations that I think we can work with here. The first one is, it seems like we've got velocity, we've got mass, we've got force, and time. It seems like we're going to be using a combination of our good old F equals ma, and the velocity is equal to the acceleration times the time. Now, if I look at this, if I substitute this, make the same substitution I did before, watch what happens. If I rearrange this equation, F over m is equal to a. Remember our triangle? Okay, so m, a, f, oops. So F over m is equal to a. Now if I take this a and I substitute, oops, let's change pen colors here. If I substitute this into here, okay, what I'm going to get, and we'll change color again now, new formula. Now this whole thing comes down here, and I get velocity is equal to F over m times t. If I rearrange that, and because I'm looking for t is the thing that I want, all right? So if I multiply both sides by m over f, okay, I'm going to get, this goes to v times m over f. And notice if I multiply m over f, the m over f on the right side disappears, and that's going to equal t. So I think this is the equation. This makes sense. I've got all the things that I need. I'm given velocity and mass and force, and I'm looking for time. I've got all the variables there. Looks like that's the right equation. All right, so v times m over f equals t. V times m over f equals t. All right, now let's take a look really quickly though. The velocity change says you're going to be decelerating. You're going from 15 meters per second down to 0, and your force was 75 newtons in the reverse. Okay, so instead of accelerating, it sounds like you need to decelerate. So what we're really looking at is velocity needs to go negative 15 meters per second. That will get you down to 0. And force is in the opposite direction, so negative 75 kilograms meter per second squared. And I'm just saying negative because it's you're decelerating, so I'm going to say it's the negative direction, and the force is in the reverse direction from where you're going, so it's a negative. But watch, it's not going to matter. Let's change pen colors again, go to purple. Alright, so now we've got our, what is velocity? Velocity is negative 15 meters per second times the mass, which is 150 kilograms, over the, what, force, which is negative 75 kilograms times meter over second squared. Okay, now, just so that you guys know, look what's going to happen here. Because I have two negatives, notice that a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So whether I make those negatives or not right now, it's not going to matter. I can turn these both positive. All right. Now, remember, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. Okay. So I'm going to rewrite this. The whole thing is 15 meters per second times 150 kilograms times second squared over 75 kilograms times meter. Okay, so what we're going to do now is carry through I'm going to add another one here. We're going to carry it through. Let's go down this way now. We're going to go all the way down here. So 15 times 150. Let's do that. 15 times 150 equals 2250. 2250 kilograms times meter over second. And this is times second squared over 75 kilograms times meter. All right, now let's look at our cancellations. Kilograms goes away with kilograms. Meters, goes away with meters. And this second here is going to get rid of the squared, leaving us only with seconds. Well, that sounds just dandy, since we were looking for time. Time is what we're looking for, and that is definitely in seconds. So that's great that that unit is the one we have left. All right, so 2250 divided by 75, okay, is going to equal 30 seconds. And that is how you do that number 7.